What's going on, guys? Lucky Lag 360 here, back with Out of the Park Baseball 2021 Los Angeles Angels franchise. And today we are going to be continuing our simulation through May, as hopefully this team continues to do well. We got off to a good start, 20-10, and now we are 22-11. So it seems like we're continuing that trend of staying about 10 games over 500. Yankees want to send us Mike Ford. It's a first base, 2.5-star prospect for Tommy La Stella. And I am interested in Mike Ford. He had a great rookie year. Well, not great, but he showed that he could play pretty well. I mean, 350 on base. 259 average is a little low, but, you know, he's a first baseman. Not all first basemen hit for average. He did have power, 12 home runs. This was in 50 games, only 163 plate appearances, so pretty good numbers. I'm definitely interested in this guy. I don't know where he would fit on this team necessarily. I am not a fan of Jared Walsh, though. Jared Walsh has not done anything for the Angels. I mean, he put up great numbers in Salt Lake, but that's AAA. It doesn't matter. The MLB is what matters, and it's not translating well right now. So maybe we trade Walsh for Ford. I feel like Ford is a little bit of a better bet than Walsh. So I wonder if they would do that. So let's go ahead and trade the Yankees. No, not the Mets, the Yankees. Apparently the Yankees are trying to build a dynasty. You know, and they have Luke Voit, so it's not like they need Mike Ford. So it makes sense. And who knows, Mike Ford could be a good part of this future. Yeah, they don't want to do that. I wonder if I gave them Taylor Ward. I've been wanting to get rid of Taylor Ward too. No, they still want a hefty price for Ford. Well, that's unfortunate. We're going to have to pass on that. Because that's too much for Mike Ford. I mean, I want him, but not for that much. So, looks like we're on a little bit of a winning streak. We're now 28-14. Joe Adell is going to come off the disabled list, so we can go ahead and send down Hermosillo, who actually surprisingly played pretty well, 286. So maybe I don't send him down. Maybe I send down Taylor Ward or Jared Walsh. I'm thinking Jared Walsh. Yeah, I'll send down Jared Walsh for now. We'll keep Hermosillo up because, I mean, Hermosillo is playing well, so I really can't complain. And then what we'll do is we'll just throw Joe Adell back here and just have him play occasionally. Hopefully he gets some at-bats. And then we'll just copy that over. But, I mean, Adell has been better this year than where he was at in 2019. Or I mean in real life, 2020. But we'll see. I mean, I would be happy with these stats. Obviously, he's still developing. He's only 3 stars. He's got a 5-star potential, so he's got a lot of opportunity to develop more. So we'll see what he does, but we're actually doing really well. We're 31-16 right now. Heaney suffered a setback, but I mean, as of right now, we're 5 games ahead of the A's. We're 11 ahead of the Astros. The Astros are still struggling. They're definitely not playing very well, so I mean, if we can just play 500 ball, we might just win this division at this point, which would be amazing. Now, Jose Abreu is somebody I would also be interested in getting, kind of to fill in for Albert Pujols, because obviously Pujols isn't very good anymore. And Abreu has always been putting up solid numbers. He's kind of been like underrated lately. Not a lot of people have been paying attention to him. I mean, they were like, oh, in 2014 and 15, they were like, oh, he's a great first baseman. And then he had like an injury and people just stopped paying attention to him. But in 2019, he had a bounce back year. This season, he's struggling with the White Sox, but I don't see why he can't play well for us. He's 33, so he's not too old. Will they take Jared Walsh? They would. That's interesting. So I wonder what else they would take. David McCannon? Really? Okay, so let me just look. Oh, they'll take anyone for him? Okay, that's a cheap acquisition. We'll just give him Arcia, 30-year-old half-star prospect. And how much will they hold on to it? Oh, they'll hold on to 15% of the contract. That's a good deal. That would drop our available money by $9 million, but we'll still have $7 million available. He's got 3 years left. He's 33. Yeah, we'll do it. Got Jose Abreu. I mean, Jose Abreu's good. So I feel like that was a good addition. Very cheap addition, too. Not have to worrying about our first base situation as much. Obviously, Pujols is still going to play a little bit, but we can send down Taylor Ward and have Jose Abreu play. And split time with Pujols. Do every fifth, and we'll do every sixth there. And we'll go ahead and copy that. So Abreu will get most of the time in the lineup. Fits perfectly in that lineup too. And Pujols will kind of slide to the bench. I mean, let's be real. He's hitting 243. He's not a good first baseman anymore. He's just totally regressed at his current age. So we had to do something at first base. Now, we got to send somebody down for Heaney to come back. And it looks like Barrera and Suarez both did terrible. So that's an easy decision to send both of them down. And bring Heaney onto this roster. Who also was terrible in his time. But whatever. We'll have to call somebody up. Probably we'll bring up Andres and put him in middle relief just for now. And Dylan Peters is still on the team. He's actually done well in long relief. So that's good. Hopefully he continues to do that. We might give him a few starts. Who knows? But the rest of the rotation has actually done well. Otani's 8-0 with 3.02. Tehran 6-2 with 3.27 ERA. Dylan Bundy 6-3, 3.29 ERA. Patrick Sandoval has been decent. Heaney's really the only guy that was struggling, but he was hurt, so maybe his numbers will go back down. Diamondbacks want to give us David Peralta. I don't want to send them Tommy La Stella, though. I like Peralta. I'd be willing to acquire him. Apparently, I can get him for Luke Bard. Which I'd be happy to do. And if they can pay for some of this, 20%, we'd still have $4 million available. And that adds to our outfield. We could probably send down Hermosillo and make Goodwin our fourth outfielder and Adele our fifth outfielder for now. I like that. I like this move a lot. And it definitely helps out our offense. David Peralta's a solid hitter. All right, we'll do it. That was a very easy deal. I just don't want to trade Listella because Listella is, like, really useful on our team. I mean, the dude's utility guy, right? He's hitting 351. Like, I can't complain about him at all. So Hermosillo will go down despite good numbers. We can send him down and he can develop a little bit more. So we're going to put Peralta in right field and we'll have Goodwin back up. And we'll put Peralta 6th and Upton 8th. Because Upton's bat is non-existent. In fact, we'll make that every 6th, 8th. There we go. Alright. And then we'll make this the 8th and 9th. And we'll copy these over real quick. And we'll finish out this month with this Angels team. We've been winning a lot of games. We're now 20 games, more than 20 games over 500. Giants want to send us Tyler Anderson for Adele. That's not happening. I don't even want Anderson. Rejected. So let's continue here. The rest of the AL West is kind of a crapshoot right now. Really nothing happening with any of those teams. Patrick Sandoval is going to be out for a week, so we're going to put him on the 15-day DL because we don't want to risk a setback with him. And I'm going to bring probably Barrera up. And we'll throw Barrera in there to get a couple more starts. Heaney's continuing to struggle, but that ERA has come down a little bit. Let's see how he does. Oh, 2-1 loss. So, I mean, oh, Sandoval got the start. That's weird. Okay. It stopped me in the middle of the sim. I thought that Heaney started that game. Oh, well. So, Ohtani has been great. 8-0 with a 2.91 ERA. Tehran's been decent, 6-3, 3.38. Same with Bundy, 7-3, 4.18. Barrera has been trash, 1-1 with a 6 ERA. Heaney, 2-3 with 5.17 ERA. In the bullpen, Peters has been great. Andrus as well. Ramirez has been okay. Bedrosen has a 2.33 ERA. He's definitely been one of our better relievers. Jacob Barnes has been really good, 1.48. And Robles, 0.50 with 16 saves already. He's been absolutely amazing for us. Now, obviously, Patrick Sandoval is going to be out, miss probably 2 starts. But he's been good as well, 3-2 with 3.90 ERA. And offensively, Fletcher's hitting amazing, 353 home runs. Wish the power would develop in this simulation like it did in the other Diamondback simulation, but we'll see what happens. Simmons, 292 with a home run. Trout, 360 with 16 home runs. Ohtani, 247, 7 home runs. Rendon, 313, 4 home runs. Peralta right now with us is hitting 167. So that's kind of rough. Abreu is hitting 267 with a home run with us. Upton, 167, and Castro, 198. So that bottom half of the lineup has been total trash. Really need to step things up with that. Hopefully we can improve the offense a little bit. I think Peralta and Abreu are good additions. You know, the Angels can afford it. We're LA, so we have the budget room to take those contracts. And they're not too risky. I mean, they're 3-year deals. The worst that can happen is they suck and we have them with Albert Pujols for the next two to 3 seasons, you know. So it's not too much of a risk. But hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And stay tuned for the next episode.